All right. Sorry. Moving my head around, trying to make sure that the webcam isn't frozen. Happy Pink Shirt Day. Sorry I haven't posted in a bit. Trying to get this all figured out. The online content for this course, essentially the government has created some for the course, and I'm going through it, trying to filter through and redo it. It's not the greatest. So instead, for this first intro part, we're essentially going over the basics that you should have learned in grade 9 geography. And this is going to be a refresher, hopefully, for most of you. You remember some from grade 9 geography, the 5 themes of geography. So the one that I was going to post next was interrelationships, and honestly, my grade 9 stuff is better than anything that the government has put as a refresher. So I'm going to just go through my slides for interrelationship. So, where are we? So interrelationships is essentially interactions. It's how is everything tied together. So we have human and environment, which is going to come into play a huge amount when it comes to how we have been changing the planet and how that in turn has affected the occurrences and severity of natural disasters. You're going to find that they've been getting more severe. If you haven't already noticed, in the news, when you see things from around the world, no matter what hemisphere it's in. So the questions you're asking yourself when you're looking at issue of natural disaster, let's just take flooding, for example. So how do humans interact with the environment in that case? You're going to see the fact that we have changed the landscape, whether that be draining a body of water that was previously there and in turn building on it. If you're going to build in a floodplain where there once was a sitting, resting body of water, the likelihood of it then flooding again is high. That happened in BC, actually, a few years ago, that they drained a lake, 70, 80 years ago and built on it, and with the severity and changes in the atmosphere and storms, that area flooded back in and all those homes were lost because they built somewhere where they had changed the landscape. So humans have shaped the landscape in a fairly negative interaction with the environment, which has then led to issues. If we look at the idea that humans, obviously we depend on the environment. We depend on the environment for everything: water, nourishment, growing things, for safety and shelter with how we live. And any impact we create will eventually cycle back to impact us, positively or negatively, depending on how we take care of and interact with the environment. The idea that everything is tied, everything is linked, that butterfly effect of a butterfly flaps its wings and somehow that ripple effect turns into something much greater down the road across the world. Come on. There we go. So humans changing the environment is something we see all the time, not just building in a floodplain, but we're quarrying, we're taking minerals, we're taking substances from the earth to use, whether it's for technology like our cell phones, if it's for the example of this picture, we're blasting stone out to turn into gravel to use for our roads, to use for building houses, drainage around a foundation, cement creation. We are using the earth, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's how we do it. And then we have the how do we handle the weather that's thrown at us? So, lovely app picture of a snowstorm. If you are from different places in Ontario, you have gotten different amounts of snow. If you're from the snow belt, you've got snow that's as high as a stop sign or higher. And you hear the snow removal in Montreal. That was on the news this week, that when they blow like the snow that's piling up along the sides of the road, the banks, they blow it into a dump truck and then they remove it so that sight lines are safer, people not getting in accidents because they can't see. But the place they're taking all the snow, they said it could take until September for the snow to melt from those piles. So the interaction between us and how it affects our lives, the environments that we live in, is also part of that. Now I am going to go more specifically into this interactions and interrelationships. I'm going to do that in kind of a part 2 video, and then I will post a assignment, both an activity and a discussion post, and we'll go from there. I also know that there are, oh, I'll do that in a different video.